Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this video. This has been a video that I've been wanting to film for so long, so I hope you guys enjoy. This entire video is dedicated to my acne journey, my Accutane journey, and just kind of an update 8 years later of where I'm at in terms of my progress with my skin. So yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment down below. So let's rewind this back to middle school when I first started getting acne. I hit puberty pretty early, so I started getting like minor cystic acne in middle school. And I just remember feeling so freaking insecure about it because no one around me at this point was really dealing with acne yet. And I was way too young to be like wearing makeup and covering it up and didn't have money to buy makeup and wasn't allowed to wear makeup. So it was just something that I lived with. As I started to get older into my teenage years, it just started to get worse. And I started doing things like putting a crap ton of makeup once I was old enough in high school to wear it. I remember convincing my mom to let me get this makeup from Neutrogena because it had salicylic acid in it. So that way I was able to kind of wear makeup but then treat my acne. But I tried everything different, Proactive, retinol, all those topical creams that a dermatologist would prescribe. We really tried everything. And at this point, I just feel like I kind of just gave up and just wore a crap ton of makeup to just cover up my acne. Fast forward on to right after I graduated high school. My mom's friend's daughter was going to this facial place that kind of heals your acne holistically from the inside out and would do these super painful facials of just extractions for like 40 minutes straight. It was extremely expensive. They made you use all of their products. I just remember my mom spending so much money on this to try to help me, and it was the only thing that worked and that kind of temporarily relieved it. So during this time, I cut dairy out of my diet. I cut out like certain meats and other things that my facial lady felt was causing this acne. It was good for a little bit and then it would just come right back. I just was wearing the most full coverage makeup I could possibly find constantly. I would wear it to the gym. I would wear it going to run to the grocery store. I just would never not have makeup on because of how insecure I was about my skin. And if y'all have cystic acne, you know how painful it was to put on makeup every day. I just remember so many days of crying and feeling helpless, but then also feeling like, oh, you know, there's people out there with health concerns and bigger issues that it just didn't feel right complaining about it, you know? So fast forward to 2015, that was when I moved to Los Angeles, and at this point my skin was like okay. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't amazing. I think it was just my first time living on my own, so I was eating not good, clean food, started drinking and partying, and the climate difference from Florida to Los Angeles as well as the water destroyed my face. Pictures here. This was in October of 2015, and I'm not even joking, it was like within a span of a month that my skin just got this bad. This was a low point for me in terms of my physical appearance. I was so insecure. I did not want to be seen out in public without makeup on. I would go to sleep with makeup on if, you know, I was sleeping over a friend's house or whatever it might be, because I never wanted anyone to see how bad my face was. It was horrible. At this point, I've given up and I was like, I will do anything it takes to get rid of this acne. I had been dealing with it already for like almost a decade. So yeah, it was time. In November of 2015, I got prescribed to Accutane by my dermatologist in Los Angeles. They do confirm that you've tried everything else. They do blood tests to make sure that you can take Accutane, and they put you on 2 different methods of birth control. So it is a whole process, and throughout the process, they make you do blood tests every single month to make sure that everything is good. I'm just gonna put some pictures right here for you guys to show you from November of 2015 through July of 2016. This is the progress that my skin made. It's pretty crazy because when I did my research, everyone was saying that it gets really, really bad before it gets better. For me personally, I guess my skin couldn't get as bad as it already was. So there was no like true purge, and it just kind of started getting better. As you see in these pictures, it went from like my cystic acne, which just started kind of getting smaller, and it was just kind of scarring and darker skin spots from where the scars were of the cystic acne, and then it just started to disappear. It was the craziest thing, and within 7 months, my skin was clear. Like you couldn't even see a single blackhead on my nose, on my forehead, nothing. It was insane. I am so thankful for Accutane, and I think by the end of my Accutane journey, July of 2016, I felt so confident. I felt so good. I would be able to leave the house without putting any makeup on. My whole mindset on it finally changed, and it felt so liberating. For somebody that looked in the mirror and truly hated themselves, I think that Accutane was beneficial for me. And I know everybody's experience is very different due to the side effects, but this is my personal experience and I'm so thankful for it. Speaking of side effects, I only got like achy joints and my lips were cracking like crazy right here, and it was so painful. So I was like constantly putting on a crap ton of Aquaphor on my lips, and I was a little moody. I don't know if that was because of the birth control or the Accutane as well, because they do say that it does lower your serotonin levels. I was not in a good headspace, but I think that waking up every day and seeing my face get better, it didn't get really bad. Like I know some people go through suicidal thoughts and a different mental experience, but for me, I think I was just a little bit more irritable rather than feeling depressed. Some of the good side effects that I had was I am a naturally very oily person. After I took Accutane, my oil kind of started coming back pretty quickly. I need to wash my hair every day. Like it gets so oily. During my time of taking Accutane, I could go like 3, 4, 5, 6 days of not washing my hair and it still looked like day one. And I'm one that suffered a lot from just clogged pores on my nose of just a lot of blackheads, and all of that just melted away. So that for me was a positive, and something that I've recently discovered because of TikTok that I had no idea about was there's this thing, people have these speculations that Accutane makes your nose smaller, and that for sure happened to me. I will show you guys some pictures here of my nose before I took Accutane, and this is my nose now. It's not like the biggest difference, but supposedly they say that your oil glands in your nose shrink from taking Accutane. So that small difference of like all those pores, obviously there's a ton of pores on your nose, that shrinks. So it gives it this illusion of like your nose is smaller. And it's something that a lot of my friends and my family noticed after I took Accutane. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together till literally like 3 months ago. It's the craziest thing. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was an update on my skin, because it's been about 8 years, going on 9 years since I've taken Accutane and have been finished with it. And I wanted to do just a little progress update of how my skin is looking. I obviously have makeup on right now, and I do want to take all of this off and show you guys my skin of how it looks now. Yeah, let me go do that. I'll be right back. All right, so I just took off all of my makeup and wanted to show you guys my skin. So this is about 8 years later post Accutane. I would say years like 1 to 5 post Accutane, my skin was flawless. There was not a single bump on that skin. I had no blackheads anywhere on my face. And if I did get like a pimple, it was the teeniest, tiniest thing that I could cover up with some concealer, but overall my skin was perfect. And I would say years like 5 to current, so 8 or 9 years post Accutane, my skin is definitely producing a lot more oil like it was before. I would say like the same amount of oil that I was before. I think I'm just naturally a freaking oily person, and it is what it is. But that definitely leads to like some, you know, cystic breakouts. I literally get like 1 or 2 during my time of the month, and you'll see that I have my blackheads back on my nose as well as my forehead. So I do get facials done like once every month or so to kind of keep that under control. Overall, guys, my journey, I am thankful for the Accutane. If I were to go back in time, I would still definitely do it again, and that's my own personal experience. I know everybody's journey with Accutane looks very different, but overall I've had very minimal negative things to say about it. So I would definitely recommend it for my younger self again. So yeah, that is my personal journey with Accutane and my acne journey. I know it looks so different for everybody, but this was my own personal experience with it, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. If you guys just leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.